Okay, I'm going to do a quick review of domain and range for people. Domain. Okay, so domain is blue, range is red. No, sorry. Domains live on the x-axis. Ranges live on the y-axis. So all you do is you take the color that you care about. So for me, I'm going to use blue, and I see that my domain starts there and goes to there. Now when I look at that, I see excuse me, I'm going to use a smaller thickness. That's too thick. My domain goes there, which goes from -1 up to 3. -1 up to 3. So my domain, and this is a closed dot, so it includes -1. So -1 to 3. And I can use square brackets because it's an interval. It's part of the x-axis. Now I can also write this, -1 is my lowest value, and that is less than or equal to x. So -1 is lower than all my other x's, but all my other x's have to be lower than or equal to 3. And then for range, you just do the exact same thing, but you do it vertically. So I start here, that's where my range starts, and it goes up to here, which is 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, up to 6. And you can see it covers part of the y-axis. So we get, it includes 2, so I use a square bracket, and it includes 6, so we use a square bracket. And then we do it again down here. 2 is the lowest, less than or equal to y, less than or equal to 6. Now let's come to this one. Start with blue. Now I only care about the x's, so I go to my lowest x, which is right there. It's got a closed dot, so that counts. I come all the way along here. When I get to here, it starts up again. There's still x values all the way to here. Everywhere there's an x value, I have to fill it in. So this one is number 2, and it has a domain of -1, 2, 3, 4, -4, and it goes all the way up to +2. And I can also write that as -4 less than or equal to x less than or equal to 2. The range starts down here. Now you're going to notice that this range has a little bit of white in the middle. So that means it's not included. And then it goes up, and there's a y value all the way up to here. So my lowest range value is -1, 2, 3, -3, but it's not included. So I put a round bracket, and I go up to 4, and it is included. So this one I would write as -3 less than, but not equal to y, less than or equal to 4. And then number 3 is right here. So I'll start with my domain. It starts right there. It's a closed dot. It's included. And then I go all the way along, and you can see that I have x values all the way. And then I have this arrow here, which means the x goes forever. So my lowest value is -1. It's included. My highest value is infinity, but I never get to it, so it's a round bracket. negative 1 less than or equal to x less than infinity, because you never get it. There's another way to write this one. X is greater than or equal to negative 1. That now covers every x greater than or equal to negative 1. My range is a little trickier because you always want to start here, but you're not looking at that point. You can see the range goes up higher. It comes up to there. And this flattens out right there. So this range is only there. And you can see that that is negative 1, 2, 3, negative 3, and it is included. But it tops out at 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, at 5, and 5 is included. So it's negative 3 less than or equal to y less than or equal to 5. And I'll do a couple more on this page to show you all of them. Let that sit for a minute. So we'll go with blue first. There, and it's not included, it's an open dot. And it goes all the way out, only on the x-axis to there, and it's a closed dot. Negative 2, not included. 1, 2, 3, 4. 4, included. Or negative 2 less than x less than or equal to 4. The range is really easy. It's only there. 1, 2, 3, 4. The range is 1, 2, 3, 4. Negative 4. That's it. Y equals negative 4. It's got no other range. This one starts here. It's included. Goes along. See how it's an arrow? So it goes forever. So x must be greater than or equal to negative 1. That covers everything. Negative 1 included, infinity not included. Negative 1 less than or equal to x less than infinity. Range starts here, goes up, and you can see this flattens out right there. So that's 1, 2, 3. Negative 3 included up to positive 3 included. Or negative 3 less than or equal to y less than or equal to positive 3. This one, there's my x. It's included because it's a closed dot. There's my end of it. Goes from 1, 2, 3, negative 3 to 0. Both included. Negative 3 less than or equal to x less than or equal to 0. My range starts down here. It's included. It's a closed dot. Goes up to there. Negative 2 included. Positive 3 included. Negative 2 less than or equal to y less than or equal to 3. And there we go. I have a bunch more that I did for the kids today. Let's do another one that has a union in it. Let's do one that breaks in half. Not too many more do. This one's kind of weird because your ranges are just the x's. Your domain, I'm sorry, are just the x's. Just those dots. And your ranges are just these dots. They're not an interval. So you can't do it. This is a good one too. Start with your x's. Starts there, and it goes all the way along to there. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Negative 5 included. Positive 2 included. Now the range is tricky because you want to go to the start of the line and the end of the line, but that's not what you need to do. You need to look at the values along the y-axis. So it actually goes from here up to here, which is -5 included up to 3 included for range. And that was 2. So I think that should be enough to get you guys through. I'll let you have a longer look at that. Sorry. This one, your domain goes there to there. Your range goes there to there. Doesn't matter that it's not a function. This one's kind of tricky. You see the arrow right there. So all of this is range, domain, then here's more domain, then here's more domain, then here's more domain, and the arrow goes on. So this one is x is everything, all real numbers, or negative infinity, positive infinity. But the range is only there, 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 and there. No intervals. And then I think you should be pretty good. Okay, this one, I'll do this one again because I did this one in class, but I'll show this one again. So my domain starts there, but you can see it's a closed dot, or it's an open dot. So open, then I go all the way to there. That's the first part of my range. So or my domain, I always screw that up. So that's -8, and it's not included. So I use a round bracket. Then I go up to -2, but -2 is included, so I use a square bracket. The other way to write that is -8 less than x, which is less than or equal to 2. Now the range starts up again, the domain starts up again right there at 2, and it goes on to 3, 4, 5, 6. So I've also got a union set that doesn't include 2, but it does include 6. So I have a union set down here, which doesn't include 2, less than 2, but it is equal to 6. So I've got 2 sets there. The range starts down here, open dot, and goes all the way up to here, but then carries on immediately anyway, even though the line shifts. So the range, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, is -7, not included, up to 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 6, included, or -7 less than y less than or equal to 6. And I'll leave that with you for a while, let you have a look at it, then I'm going to pause it, and then I'm going to upload this